Yo, what's up, yo? This is Killer Priest, and I'm representing right now for Kofi Universe. That universe is the universe you should be in.
YouTube salute. So TJ Kirkland was on the Art of Dialogue podcast. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Please sub to them. Check out their podcast. And he said that an executive in the music industry told him that Jay-Z sabotaged Beanie Siegel's career. We're gonna listen to some audio. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video. Hit that sub button. Click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live.
When Rockefeller, I felt that Jay-Z, Beanie Siegel was the shit, nigga. And they would only let Beanie Siegel only sell so many records. This came from an executive at Rockefeller. I knew everybody. And they would only let Benny sell so many records. And that was it. They wouldn't push it no more. But Benny, you couldn't be bigger than Jay-Z on Jay-Z's label. If that makes any sense. They wasn't gonna push you to you couldn't be bigger than Jay-Z. You couldn't sell more records than Jay-Z. But all you had to do was listen to Beanie Siegel shit. And Beanie Siegel was, oh my God.
All right, so if you want to listen to the full interview, the Art of Dialogue podcast, that's a little snippet. You know I'm going to go in. When Beanie Siegel was signed to Rockefeller Records, you know, everybody knew he was the man. You can't take nothing away from him. The first time you heard him was on Reservoir Dogs in 1998 with the Lock, Sauce Money, Jay-Z. Fire track. Started hitting Beanie Siegel more. He started hitting him on Memphis Bleak first studio album, Coming of Age. Beanie Siegel came out with his studio album 2000. You heard him on 1,000 Bars freestyle with Memphis Bleak. A lot of people forget about that. Beanie started to be on other features. Remember the Cisco, what was it? Unleash the Dragon, that album that he came out. Unleash the Dragon, whatever. He did the intro. Beans was killing everything. He was on the DJ Clue Backstage soundtrack that came out in 2000. I was in the Navy at that time. That was my shit. But anyway, though, Beans was tearing up everything. Like his album, The Truth, got 4.5 mics in the source. Like the track Jay-Z did with him, which was on Playa on that album, and he did the other track. It's a third track on the album, and he said me and Jay is like what you call that? Wordy. I mean, Parish Bird, Magic Wordy. Like he was comparing Jay-Z and him on that track. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's like the third track on the album. Him and Jay was killing that track. But Beans, to me, I always felt that Beans lyrically was better than Jay-Z. Like that's me. I've started to like Rockefeller way more because of Beanie Siegel. Don't get me wrong, Jay-Z always came out with dope ass albums. I ain't gonna never lie and say Jay-Z didn't release no tight ass album. But Beanie Siegel was the reason why I was like, nigga, Beans is hard as hell. Beans, to me, he out-rapped Jay on that track, Guess Who's Back, Scarface featuring Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel out-rapped Jay-Z. To me, he did. What other track he out? Even on the Rock La Familia. That album right there, that was supposed to be a compilation album to give Emil, Beanie Siegel, and Memphis Bleak more exposure, but Jay-Z turned into his album. Beans, every track, every time you heard Beans on that mug, Beans came through and was killing shit. Every track you heard Beans on, Beans was out rapping Jay. Man, I don't care what nobody say, for real. The track they did with Scarface, talking about This Is Life, Gotta Be Us. Come on, man. The track, what you call it? You, Me, Him, Her. Dun, 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 dun. Bees. R-O-C, stop. Tower of my pot, I move out stocks. Talk about I used to get high off of bombing fluid. My nigga Beans was killing shit, man. Remember the track, Once Again It's On? That track that was actually on Beanie Siegel's The Becoming album. And that track actually was on the State Properties Chain Gang album that came out in 2003. They just put it back on there because a lot of people wasn't copping that album too much. That's when Beans had went to he went to jail, but he got released on house arrest for allegedly attempted murder. So Beans, to me, he was like the lyrical juggernaut. in The Rock. I mean, I'm not saying Jay couldn't hold it down. Now, do I believe Jay-Z sabotaged his career to a certain degree? Hell yeah, he did that shit. Jay-Z by far did that shit to us. Jay-Z knew that was competition. Jay-Z don't like when somebody is a threat towards him. He don't like that shit. If you a threat towards him, he don't like that. He don't. Young Chris was a threat towards Jay-Z. And people don't want to admit that. He was a threat. But Bean's always been a threat to Jay-Z. Jay-Z loved Bean so much that he even threw him out the woods towards the locks. When Bean stepped up and said, "You ain't gonna say nothing to Kiss, nigga, I'll get in that war." I think when Jay saw Beanie Sigel can hold his own against Jadakiss in the locks, he said, "Shit, this nigga hard." I know he said that in the back of his mind, like, "Damn, this nigga's a beast." And Beans kept going at the lock. I mean, that was a real battle right there because that shit was going back and forth. Like they was really going at it. Remember, Kiss was at the height of his game. Kiss was the best rapper in the game at that time. The only rapper I could feel that was better than Kiss as far as like on a lyrical level would be Prodigy or Mobb Deep. But Kiss, he was holding it down. And for Beans to go at him and Jay-Z didn't even want to step up and say nothing, that just tells me a lot. Like he knew what time it was with Beans. But at the end of the day, he could have actually did more for Beans when Beans got out of jail that time. But Beans, he forgave him. He said he ain't tripping off that too much. It is what it is. But that's how it is anyway. Some people just hold you back like that. You can have like a supervisor at your job that be like, "Oh, I don't want you surpassing me up. I'm gonna keep you right here." A parent can do that shit to you. They don't want some parents don't want their children passing them up. For real. You got some professors like that. They don't want their students passing them up. Man, I've seen this shit. I've seen some coaches don't want certain players passing them up, and then just sit them and let them ride the bench, and you see that player go to another team like, damn, that motherfucker flourishing. Like, why he wasn't doing that on another team? Shit, you'd be surprised, man. That's why I always tell people, man, you got to look out for yourself at the end of the day. You know your worth. You know your talent. Don't ever let nobody sell you short. Post your comments below. Hulk smash Black Panther the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. If you want to support and donate to the channel, I have Patreon, patreon.com/KofiUniverse. Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, Streamlabs, everything is in the description. Until next time, salute.